What is going on, guys? HG Gundam here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the high-grade Sengoku Astray Gundam from Gundam Build Fighters. Named Gundam via some very clever wordplay, it famously utilizes Plavsky particle science to cut through beams and destroy opponents with its particle Fa-Jin. Based on the Astray red frame, the Sengoku Astray comes with 9 runners and a rather large sticker sheet, among which 3 of the runners are new. And with this being a high-grade Astray, the build is more involved than conventional high grades, with the undergating, high parts count, and small pieces to account for. So apart from the aesthetic issues, those aspects alone deter me from recommending it to beginners. Otherwise, the new parts add enough freshness to the build, so it's still a refreshing build even after having built all the newer high-grade Astrays before. But before anything else, the elephant in the room is that the frame colors are completely off. It should be in a purplish red, and I will have no qualms with it being metallic from the factory thanks to the undergating on the frame. Apart from that, the kit represents the source material faithfully, while the new armor pieces has detail that respects the more mechanical design language of the original Astrays. However, it's up to the builder to bring them out as the kit looks rather plain without the enhancements. Stickers are used on the gold mouthpiece, red dots on the chest, the white on the biceps, as well as the eyes and all the green lenses, so color separation is well done too. Except for on that rear shield, as it is molded entirely in red, so you need to paint in the missing details yourself. Although, the samurai armor does give the kit a great deal of personality and separates it from the majority of Gundam designs, which deserves bonus points. Overall, the Sengoku Astray has a good foundation, but it will take a lot to get it to look anime accurate, especially if you want to paint the frame into the animation colors. Articulation starts with a decent head roll and full rotation, but the bottom ball joint is essentially locked, and the V-fin can come off quite easily. There's a lateral and vertical shoulder swivel, as well as a full arm rotation. The big arms can be unpegged to unfold, and can rotate at the base and at the joint. With them out of the way, the perpendicular arm raise can be achieved. There's a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow that is hindered by the shoulder armor, and ball jointed wrists. Waist crunches are limited, but there is a full waist rotation. Only the side skirts can move on those stupidly loose polycap ball joints. The legs can swivel laterally and do the funky dance, as well as pull off full front and side splits. There's a thigh swivel, a double jointed knee that leaves a gap in the armor, which is depicted as such in the anime, so I don't mind the gap that much. However, the lifting armor piece is a bit too much. And the double ball jointed feet that has an inwards cut to allow for a wider stance. Altogether, the core of the Astray articulation is present in the Sengoku Astray. However, the armor does tend to get in the way, especially the arms. Despite that, dynamic and subtle poses can both be achieved if you fiddle around with it enough. For hands, the Sengoku Astray has a pair of holding and open hands, as well as a new pair of angled holding hands. These are for wielding the only weapons it comes with, its pair of samurai swords. They come in all white, and I omitted the stickers to spare myself some misery, because they only cover the thick sides of the blades and handles and the pommel of the swords, not to a satisfactory manner mind you. So you'd have to paint in the guard yourself, which I would recommend on top of every other part of the sword. Courtesy to Astra from Discord for sending me the photos of the stickered swords. They can be sandwiched into the hands for use, but the normal holding hands have loose hand covers despite the solid grip, and the angled ones are the complete opposite, so pick your poison. Issues aside, good poses can be pulled off with the help of the extra hand options. Or if you want to spare yourself the trouble, they can be sandwiched into the big hands for a very tight grip, or be stored solidly on the shoulder slots. Finally, the demon shield can be detached from the back and held in the hand after rearranging the handle. It's a pretty fancy looking shield that can also potentially serve as a flash eye attack. For leftovers, you get a random assortment of parts that you can't quite use on the Sengoku Astray, as you don't have enough to convert it back to its root kit. Though I suppose you can use the beam sabers with your own SP9 beams, and the original faceplate to reveal the mech under the samurai mask. As a whole, the high-grade Sengoku Astray is a discretionary kit. On one hand, it is a refreshing kit to build regardless of whether you build the other high-grade Astrays, the gimmicks and aesthetics are well translated, and the samurai aesthetics dial the coolness and uniqueness factors up to 11. On the other hand, the subpar grip of the holding hands is just a minor factor but a problem nonetheless, but the need for major work for the kit and the weapons to look right is the major turnoff for this kit. The Sengoku Astray is a good foundation, unfortunately it requires time, effort, expertise, and a few bug bites if you're paint outdoors in order to get the kit to look good. Hence, I will advise against beginners picking this up as one of their first few builds. It's also worth mentioning that it's shallow in features as well, but that is something that we will rectify in a future video. And that's all for me. Thank you all for watching, drop a like and comment if you did enjoy the video, subscribe for more content like this, and feel free to follow me on social media with the links down below. With that said, take it easy, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out guys. Bye bye.